Not exactly ideal base with the rain coming down, but first pitch is just around the corner. Today, game one of a quick two-game series between the Cleveland Indians and the Cincinnati Reds. Pete Rose makes his much-anticipated debut next. Alex Wood will be the one towing the rubber for the Reds. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than the league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be
off the
awfully
afternoon
tough
for
in this
Cleveland.
one.
Now at the plate, Roger Doran, as he begins this one as the fourth leading hitter in the American League.
Boy, talking about having a great month. He absolutely killed it last month, hitting over 400. This guy's one of the most dangerous hitters in all of baseball.
Line towards center field. House is right there, one down. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Deaver, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Matty, this team has high batting averages up and down the lineup. Just great approaches, consistent ABs from top to bottom, and that's the reason they've been so successful this year.
Settling in now, Pedro Serrano. First at bat for him as he enters play third in the American League batting race.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, have got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, D-Roll, we've got a couple of teams playing some good baseball right now. Unfortunately, a winning streak for one of these teams is going to end today, but boy, this is a great matchup here.
Yeah, I'm excited to call this one with you two guys, definitely. The two teams playing top of their game right now, really playing well. Both come in on winning streaks. We're going to see who's able to execute in this one. You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Standing in now, Rube Baker. Pitches a called strike. The throw. It skips in, and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
Well, he's certainly doing his best to get his team out to an early lead. Picks up the single and then decides that's not good enough, so he swipes second to get into scoring position. Now we'll see if the guys can pick him up.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And the runner's breaking for third. In there. Now the throw. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
Hey, if you want to steal third off a catcher that has a good arm like this guy, you have to make sure you get a great jump, and he did just that and is safely into third.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. House moves over. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
So next it'll be the 4-hole hitter for the Tribe, Don Ferry, and what a season he's having. Entering play, leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
Yeah, and he's just off the league leading the batting race. He's in the top 5 of that category, but he is out in front in home runs and ribbies, so we'll see if he can make a push for the Triple Crown.
Bullet back up the middle. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Indians 1, the Reds coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Odorizzi will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
In now for the Reds, Deion Sanders
Leading
having
off
a
for
very
the
nice
Reds,
year, currently
the left
second in
fielder,
the NL batting
Deion
chase.
What a terrific
Sanders.
month this guy had last month, hitting over 350. If he can continue at this pace, he's got a legitimate shot to win a batting title.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. So, fellas, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Right down Main Street, caught him looking. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Hero,
second,
give us what you have on
third
this lineup
baseman.
as they start a new series.
Yeah, Matty, you take a look up and down this lineup. One thing jumps out. A lot of guys with some quality batting averages. They find themselves in the top third of the league in batting average, and that usually bodes well. As the season gets long, if you can keep your approach, usually leads to winning games.
Ready now, Stephen House. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch to him. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Bonifacio's under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Batting third,
Stepping in, Pete
the right
Rose.
fielder.
And as a former
Pete
late-round draft pick, it really
Rose.
speaks to the hard work he's put in at the minor league level to make the opening day roster here.
Yeah, what a monster moment for not only himself, but his family, all the coaches that have helped him along the way. This is a monumental moment in his career.
Barry is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired.
Well, Matt, the forecast isn't pretty, but it does sound like we're going to get this one in, even if it takes a while. It's coming down at a decent rate as of right now, and it's likely to intensify as the game moves along. The grounds crew is standing by to put that tarp on the field if the umpires call a delay. We'll have to hope that any such halt in the action is short-lived.
Yeah, Heidi, thanks. It's not looking pretty, and guys, we'll just have to hope the weather doesn't play too much of a factor in the outcome of this one. At the plate, Kazuhito Tanaka. He enters play 6th in the American League in the batting race.
Guy continues to swing a hot bat. Hit over 300 last month. We'll see if he can keep scorching here in this one.
Hit hard on the ground towards second, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Boy, after that base knock right there, Dero, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, and not trying to do too much.
Wood sets. Here's the first pitch. A pitch out. The throw. And they still don't get him as he's in safely at second with a stolen base. So he swipes second despite the pitch out.
Yeah, it seemed like everyone in the building knew he was going to be running there, right? Didn't make a difference, though. He got a great jump and absolutely burned it down to second to get in safely.
The 1-0. Runner goes for third. Strike called. Now the throw down. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
That's not easy to do. To steal third off a catcher that has an elite arm like this. Great base running there.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. This is line to left. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Hey, D-Row, they're off to a nice 2-0 lead right here. Now I think it's time to keep the pressure on and try to add on.
Yeah, this guy's a quality pitcher, and you know at any moment he gets into a rhythm, he can rattle off some donuts up there. So this is a nice job by the offense, but not done yet.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. He carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play.
This guy's had a super season so far, and we're well into the baseball season, so this isn't a fluke. He's been swinging the bat great all year.
First pitch of the at-bat, and there he goes towards second. That's a strike. The throw down is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
You don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
Ramirez stands at second with no outs. Runner's on his way to third. Strike taken, the throw. And he's pulled out on a close play at third.
Thought he might have a chance to get in there safely when he got a good jump from second, but that was a good throw and a good tag to cut him down.
High pop-up. House over to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting 8.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Sanders ranging back, and it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 5 on the year, and the Indians move in front now 3-0.
Well, that ball right there was right up in the happy zone. It doesn't take much to drive one out of the ballpark when you connect on a high pitch like that. The backspin carried that one right out of here.
Batting 9.
In now, Jake Odorizzi. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Sanders has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Indians on top, 3-0. Ready now for Cincinnati. Ryan McCain. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Ryan McCain.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Love jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, but this game is far from over. A lot of innings left to be played. He's going to have to continue to execute out on that mound.
The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. And he fouls this one off. Here's another 0-2. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Here's how the Indians are setting up on D. And guys, the things you need to focus on today, you got to watch this team. They have the most errors in the league. You cannot be a successful ball club and kick it around and give this team extra outs. Let's see what happens.
At the plate, Stanley House, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way.
Zero.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
As this game progresses, I don't think he's going to want to miss in that spot down the middle of the plate much more. It's early. They're a little less aggressive right now, so he's able to get away with it.
Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Hey, D-Row, one of the things you have to be aware of as a hitter from Carl Dixon, he'll call that high strike.
Yeah, he will, so you better be on top of your...
Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time.
And this is a
That
case
is
of a
good.
hitter's reputation
The catcher.
preceding him. The ball was
Go.
a little dribbler to the left side, but he
Go.
knew the guy had speed, so he rushed it and ends up unable to make a clean play. That's another example of why speed is such an offensive weapon.
From the stretch. And he gets ahead 0-1.
This is a tough spot here to turn 2 off this guy at the plate. One of the things you really have to make sure defensively to make sure you get at least 1 out. Don't try to turn that double play. If you get the sure out at second, take that. If you get it at first, well, that's just an added bonus. But make sure you at least get 1 out in a spot like this.
Behind 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Batting 7.
If you've got a good
first
fastball
baseman,
going and they're not handling,
Anthony
keep throwing it.
Henderson.
Right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He gone.
Into the box, Anthony Henderson, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And it's fouled away. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped up. Ramirez is there for it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Reds leave 1. They trail it here 3-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Roger
Moving off the
Doran.
field, the shortstop, Roger Doran.
Wood gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance into the upper deck and gone. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 47 thus far. As the Indians continue to pull away, it's now 4-0.
Baseball has really changed. Remember when leadoff guys were guys that would just draw walks and steal bases? But that's not the case anymore. Guys like this, they have pop in their bat and they can go deep.
The center
Into the
fielder,
box now,
number 13,
Pedro Serrano.
Pedro
Line toward
Serrano.
the gap in left center. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. But baseball is a game of streaks
batting,
and runs, and
catcher,
he is on
Drew
one right now.
No
Baker.
question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Standing in now, Rube Baker pitches a called strike. The throw not nearly in time as he takes third easily.
How about that for making something happen? First he rips a double, then on the very next pitch he swipes third, just showing what kind of offensive weapon he can be.
Comes set with the 0-1. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly, so it's now a 5-0 game.
The first baseman,
Always productive to score runs
John
when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
Digging in, Don Berry, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. So a solo shot here to left center field, and he keeps it up. 53 now on the year as they pile on. It's now 6-0.
Wow, nothing more demoralizing than giving up 3 home runs in the first 3 innings of a game. There's having a guy's number, and then there's absolutely owning him. This could be the latter.
Red skipper up out of the dugout and making that slow trek to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance.
Ladies
Sonny
and gentlemen,
Gray is going to come on to pitch
please.
here, and in just the third
Now
inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some
Number
innings.
54, Sonny Gray. The batter, the left fielder.
Stepping in now, Kazuhito Tanaka.
Tanaka.
He swings and sends a bullet to right field. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right
Now
now?
batting,
His starting
third baseman,
pitcher. He's got a big old
Jose
smile on his face.
Ramirez.
He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
Striding in once again, Jose Ramirez looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. In there, now the throw. It's wide, and he's in there with the stolen base.
Well, some may say that's a questionable steal with such a big lead, but to me, it's still too early to worry about disrespecting the other team. I've seen leads like this disappear, so they're going to keep trying to pile on.
3 runs already home here. Runner breaks for third. That's a strike. The throw down is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
You know, I was pretty surprised to see him on the move to third because it didn't seem like he had that much of a lead, but he made it work out. That was really impressive.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
Usually when you score a lot of runs in one inning, like this inning, you're doing a lot of things right. And how about this? A sac fly to drive in another run. They have to be happy with this.
Striding in, Scooter Gennett. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Indians 7 and the Reds nothing. So stepping in, Eugenio Suarez.
For the Reds,
previous meetings
the
with Jake
shortstop,
Odorizzi. He's 0 for 9.
Eugenio Suarez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first
Batting
out.
ninth.
Well, he hit that
The
ball
pitcher,
pretty well, but the only
Sonny
problem was that he pulled off it
Gray.
just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
You just sensed it was coming with the heaviness of the rain, and all the radar maps that we're seeing online lead us to believe this will be at least an hour.
Matt, this has the makings of we're going to see two different pitchers come out after this delay. The conditions are bad. It looks like this rain is going to be around for a while. I'd be a bit surprised if either of these pitchers come back out.
That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball. 1 out, nobody on. Skied into very shallow right. Bonifacio's under it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Up next for Cincinnati.
And welcome back inside the ballpark fielder, as the weather has finally cleared up. Number 12 gets the okay to come back into the game after the lengthy delay, and we'll see if he can settle back in at the plate to get the action started. Deion Sanders. Way late on the fastball for strike 1.
You know, when you're facing a top-of-the-line pitcher like this, he's going to be down around the knees like that more often than not. The key is punishing whatever mistakes he makes, but so far he hasn't made many.
The windup and the 0-1. Popped him up. Berry is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. More from the show, Saturday Baseball, following this message and a word from our local stations. And back in Cincinnati as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Indians' offense with Cleveland's manager, and overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the 4th inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. Coming to the plate now, Jorge Bonifacio. He'll begin things here against Sonny Gray.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter.
Throw to first in time. One
Up
gone here in the 4th.
The pitcher, Jake Odorizzi.
So here now's the pitcher, Jake Odorizzi. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. Now that's popped up. Henderson in foul ground, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he popped him up. Throws, moving in, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Well, you never want to give up a hit to an opposing pitcher, but when you give one up to an AL pitcher, it's downright annoying. Can't let it get to you, though.
Trying to pick things up